Pope Francis names Father Earl K. Fernandes, a Goan origin priest of the Archdiocese of Cincinnati, as the Bishop of Columbus. The appointment was publicized in Washington on April 2nd by Archbishop Christophe Pierre, apostolic nuncio to the United States. Father Earl K. Fernandes was born on September 21, 1972, in Toledo, Ohio. He attended St. Francis de Sales High School in Toledo and then the University of Toledo, where he earned a bachelor's degree in biology. Father Fernandes attended Mount St. Mary's Seminary of the West in Cincinnati and holds a licentiate and doctoral degree in moral theology from the Alphonsian Academy in Rome, Italy, 2004 to 2008. He was ordained to priesthood on May 18, 2002, for the Archdiocese of Cincinnati.
To understand the call for me to the priesthood, one has to understand something about my family. My parents and two brothers came to the United States from India. They came in 1970. And in 1971, 72, and 73, they had 3 more boys. So we're a family of 5 with no one in this country. And when my father came to the United States, the Sisters of Mercy gave him a place to stay so he could work as a physician in a hospital. My mother raised us and taught us the faith. My parents encountered many of the challenges that many immigrants encounter, and a lot of prejudice, to be honest. And so my mother and father taught us that we have no family in this country, but what we do have is our faith in God. So I always thought about being a priest from the time I was a little child. But my mother taught us our prayers, and she'd pray that you be a good boy, a tall boy, and a doctor, like my dad. I happen to be the tallest one in my family, so at least I'm 1 for 3. But I always kept this with me. During my junior year of college, I studied in England. And there was an Irish priest there who was a great preacher, and he really inspired me by his example. Father Ian Kelly was his name. So I said, I'm going to talk to that priest about being a priest. And so I was getting ready to travel on one of those Euro-rail passes through Europe at the time. And he gave me some things to read and to think about. And I remember going to St. Peter's Basilica that first time. I went down into the crypt of the popes. And I came to the tomb of St. Peter, and I was just completely overcome and overwhelmed. And I dropped to my knees. And at that moment, I knew God is calling me to be a priest. And so I entered the seminary in 1997 and was ordained as a priest in 2002. And there was a real sense of support of the priests and the whole people of God here in Cincinnati, that men were still saying yes to the call. And I think someone loved enough to bring my family the gospel. And if I in some way can bring that joy to others, I will.
Bureau Report for Herald TV.